Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Anna and I make beauty and lifestyle videos. So if you're here for that good stuff, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a video. Now excuse my hair, it's still wet, so my bangs look way too long, but when it dries, it's gonna be all fine. In today's video, I am going to talk about my weight loss journey because I have lost a ton of weight. And I want to tell you why and how, and then throughout time, I want to show you how I keep losing weight so that, if you want to lose weight, then, you can see how I do it and maybe it can help you. And if that's not the reason, then I'm just here to, fill your time with some joy and some positivity. So, I've always kind of been overweight since I can remember. I came to the Netherlands when I was 7, and that's the last time I remember myself as being thin. But here in the Netherlands, trying new things and a new environment, as a child, I just got anxious and I just ate a lot. I remember I used to, when I went to sleep, I used to make myself a sandwich or two and bring them to bed for if anything happened and in the middle of the night we had to run out of the house. I had my sandwiches with me so we could survive, and it never was needed. So what I did was, when I woke up in the middle of the night and there was nothing going on, I just ate the sandwiches that I took, and I did it all again the next evening or next night. So that's kind of how I started overeating, because of course I didn't need that sandwich. To me it was just exciting and I just wanted to try everything, and I wanted to make sure that we had food. I started getting bullied at school, at elementary school, because I was starting to gain weight, and we were different than the other children. We lived in a village and we were the first foreigners there, so we were different. Our skin color was different, and then I started adding weight. We spoke a different language, and it was just not what they were used to see. So it was weird to them, and they started making jokes about it, and it would really hurt me. And sometimes they would be really mean, and that just caused me to eat more, because I didn't know how to deal with it. As I grew older, it became more difficult. I didn't know how to deal with stuff, so I just kept eating and eating. And then we moved to a city where I went into a different elementary school, and there were more people that were foreign. But I was still a big girl, and I was made very insecure because of what I had been through before, and I just didn't know how to really talk about it or go about it. And just with time, I saw that I was okay, and it was okay to be me, it was okay to be different, it was okay to be bigger, and I could be happy with myself. And that was really because people started to treat me like I was normal, and that made a big difference. But it took a long time for me to see that and to realize it. So it's not like when we moved I stopped overeating, no, because by then I also was used to overeating. I just kept adding weight and kept adding weight, and I was always over my weight class, or like the weight class that I had to be on at my age. When I went to high school, I went to a creative high school, which was amazing. I loved that high school, and it was really accepting of everybody. So I felt at home there, and I had to bike 45 minutes to go to school and 45 minutes to go home. And so I lost weight, but at the same time I still could eat a lot of things and still lose weight because I had enough exercise. So I didn't really see like the consequence of overeating back then, because I was accepted. The gym teacher, he did tell me like, okay, that's over your weight class, but by that time I was already used to people telling me whatever about my weight, so I was like, fine, it's just whatever I mean. So I was fine with it, and I liked the way I looked. So I just left it as it was. And then when I was 17, I just started to live on my outside my mama house. So I started working a lot, and that's when I noticed that my eating habits were causing me to gain weight, because even though I had active work, I've always had active work, it wasn't as active as I used to be, because when I lived in my mama house, I also went to the gym like 8 times a week because I had nothing to do. Like, my high school was creative, it was very fun, it was nice, but a lot of things we had to do, we needed the things at school for, and the theoretical part for me was very easy. When I was 15 until I was 17, I went to the gym a ton of times. And so I didn't do that no more. And I didn't go to school as I used to by bike anymore. I was just living on my own, and like not cycling as much and not gymming as much. So I started to gain weight, and I noticed that, okay, when I'm eating and how I'm eating, it's not changing as my exercise is changing. So I need to do something about that. But a lot of things happened, and I didn't know, but I see now that I was just really an emotional eater. And whenever something happened, I just ate sweets to make, I always thought, okay, if my life ain't sweet, I'm gonna eat sweets to make my life sweet, you know? Very logical, but you know, it is what it is. So gained a ton of weight. And then over the years, it just kind of spiraled out of control. And I was up to 130 kilograms at some point. I had contemplated getting surgery, and in the end I didn't do it because I was scared. And then the second time I contemplated it, I didn't do it because I started losing weight finally. After a lot of attempts to lose weight, I was finally losing weight, because the program before surgery was to help you understand your body and to help you understand what you need to lose weight and what you need to change to lose weight. So I started doing that, and it was people guiding me. So that really helped, that every week there was this point with a group, a safe group, where you could share everything and talk about everything and ask everything. We would learn how to handle situations we had been in that week, and we would get advice from each other. So it would be really encouraging and helping. So I started losing weight, lost about 20 kilograms. I started splitting my meals. Instead of having my breakfast with eggs and a sandwich and yogurt and fruit, I had eggs and a sandwich. And then later on, I had yogurt with fruit. And moving on, I split my breakfast into just having eggs, and then later on I would have the sandwich. And then at a certain point, when you split it enough, you don't have time to eat all of that, you know? So you eat less, and by default, you lose weight. Because if you keep having the same exercise that you used to have, then you keep burning the same amount of calories you burn on average, but you're eating less. So that really helps, and it really helped me. And then over time, I think I lost the 20 kilograms between July and December last year. And from December until February, I kept losing weight. It was way slower, because even though I had started doing more exercise, I went to the gym, and I still have a very physically demanding job. The more you lose, the slower the process goes. So at a certain point, it's just harder for your body to keep burning calories and losing weight, because it feels like it's not going to survive. So then you hit a plateau, which is this level that you reach when you don't gain weight, but you don't lose weight. It's the time where you have to make more drastic decisions, if I say it like that. For example, before, when I was losing the 20 kilograms, I sometimes had a soda, sometimes had a cake, sometimes had actually almost every day. But I was exercising a lot because I had a very physically demanding job, and I was going to the gym a lot, so it fit into my calorie intake that I could have a day so that I could still lose weight. But then at a certain point I reached the plateau. I couldn't lose any more weight, and then I had to make the decision, okay, I'm just gonna cut off all the sugar. And then I stopped drinking juices. Juices are the worst thing you can have because there's a lot of sugar in them. And I stopped eating, of course, cake. And if I ate fruit, it would only be fruits that ended with berry. So strawberry, raspberry, anything berry, because those are very good for weight loss. They don't have too much carbohydrates. They're pretty healthy. And I used to have them with coconut yogurt. I used to replace my sandwiches with that so that I had less carbs. And that's actually how I lost the first 30 kilograms. And then, you know, summer hit and I started gaining weight because, you know, I started to go out with friends and I went on vacation and just eating a lot of things, adding sugar to my diet again, and I gained around 10 kilograms. So now I'm 20 kilograms less heavy than I was when I started the journey. What I'm doing now is just I'm trying to get to a low carb diet again, and the way I'm doing that is by trying to cut off sugar first, because I've noticed that with me that is what takes the longest to get rid of. So I want to do that from the start. And then I've been doing that for 2 weeks now, two and a half weeks. And you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it's more difficult. When I made it 7 days without sugar, I'm gonna cut out any breads that I eat, or anything, how do you say that, any grains. So even rice, I don't want to eat that at a certain point, just for a while until I reach the goal that I want to reach, because you know, you gotta work towards goals in life. So that's what I'm doing right now. Workout is very important to include in your weight loss process. I made a video about how I'm starting it out, and basically it is I'm starting to learn how to run. So I don't go to the gym for like an hour or an hour and a half, which I used to do before. Now I do like 30 minutes, and I try to make my body and my lungs really work for it, so that my body gets used to a certain speed and a certain length with that speed and that effort. And the next time that I go, I just prolong that or pump up the speed. That is where I'm at right now. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you guys want to hear anything, more elaboration on anything that I said in the video, let me know in the comments. Also, you can DM me on Instagram about it, because I'm planning on filming this as a journey so that I can help anybody that's doing the same as I'm doing. It would be nice if we can do it together. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye.